doing in the past podcast. I'm your co-host Lincoln.
And I'm your host, Ryan. This is episode number 16. We don't have a name for this episode yet, but we'll come up with one, maybe. Thank you guys. Sorry it's been so long, and Lincoln and I have been very busy lately, and it's hard to record at night with a 5-year-old. So,
because I'm always sleeping.
He's always sleepy.
And I'm always tired.
So what we can talk about, we've done some exciting stuff lately. We tried some new things, and let's get this show on the road. How about that, Lincoln? So I think the first thing that we had to talk about, we have decided as a family that we are going to become gardeners. And we are not very sure how well we are doing so far, but
we have red peppers, green peppers, cucumbers. What is still on red? Onions, carrots, tomatoes, jalapenos, pickly cucumbers, but the real cucumbers die.
yes, 'cause our first crop to die was our cucumbers. And yeah, they all just died, just straight out. Oh, and we have your plant, the
cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe.
Lincoln loves cantaloupe, so
until I can eat it, and then I can gobble up and say none for you.
well, I'm gonna eat all the jalapenos, and I'm not sharing those. So we each got to pick our own plant. I picked jalapenos.
And me and Finny both picked cantaloupe.
No, your sister, she picked pickling cucumbers because she wanted to make pickles.
And she picked cantaloupe.
Oh, well, I wasn't there when you guys were picking them, so.
I wasn't there either.
Well,
I was at school.
Well, I think we've been our first attempt at being gardeners. It seems to be going well. Yep. Our stuff hasn't, aside from the one patch of the 3 or 4 cucumber plants that we did that died, everything else is still in there.
Our potato finally sprouted.
Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot we did potatoes, and those are like giant sprouts now.
Some are pretty little, but that one on this corner is super huge. That's like the biggest.
Now, you said that you're going to try everything from the garden, right?
Mommy said I can try potatoes and a potato. And I have to try pickling cucumber, and I have to try pepper.
I can't wait. I do want to thank our neighbor for making us our giant gardening boxes, though. That was very nice of him. We have, as you can tell from the amount of fruit.
I wish I could thank him, but he moved.
Yeah, he moved away. They had to.
Yeah, but we live pretty close to them. They live by Bannon's house.
Yeah, they live close to one of your friends' house now. He was a good neighbor. He liked to build stuff.
He's my best friend, and I've been friends with him for a long time. I've been friends with him since Miss Heaven's class.
Yes, since you were in
4-year-old class.
Yeah, since you were in your 3-year-old preschools.
And teacher teaches Miss Evans teaches 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds.
Yes, that was a long time ago when you guys first met.
Long time ago.
See, our garden's been going all right. I don't know really how to talk about a garden, but we've been doing a bunch of other fun stuff. Lincoln did his first dinosaur dig kind of thing.
Yeah, it came with a digging tool. One end was a cutting tool. And then on the other side was a chipping tool, and then on the other thing was a burrito brush. to start out, I found no bones, and then I found a real thing of bones, and then I kept digging and digging, and I found a bunch of bones. It was like a piece of the spine, and then it's not a piece of the spine.
Now, when Lincoln says that he was doing all the digging and cutting through the plaster and doing all that stuff, who was actually doing all the digging and cutting through the plaster and getting all the bones out?
Daddy.
Yeah.
I didn't much do anything.
No, you did a bunch. I had to do all the hard parts.
I was trying to pull down with my hand, but then I stuck the thing under and I just twisted it up, pop. Got stuck in the rock, kind of, and cut it all out. The only thing got stuck in there was the holes inside the plaster that was hanging on to the. In one spot, there was like a bunch of bones, right, Daddy?
That is correct. And what dinosaur did we end up excavating out of our little project?
Box. It was a T-Rex, king of dinosaurs.
Now, the T-Rex one of your favorites? I can't remember. I know you like the Ankylosaurus.
I like all the meat eaters. I like all dinosaurs.
So you're still on track to be a paleontologist? That was your. That's all you got to say. Lincoln loves himself some dinosaurs.
Daddy, am I gonna get another dinosaur thing?
Not anytime soon because this is how it is.
That big box of dinosaur dig stuff at Toys R Us.
Because
my birthday, please.
yeah, and your birthday in September, you can possibly get a whole bunch of dinosaur stuff that you can bug me with for 3 days.
Soon. What's coming up soon? My birthday.
Yeah, got 2 or 3 more months. Hey, at the end of this month, you and I are doing a race. We didn't even write this one down on our list of stuff to talk about. But what? Well, I'm sorry I didn't write my race down on my whiteboard. I have a giant whiteboard now that I keep track of all my watch, play, read stuff. And
why didn't you do it earlier? So do it when I was right.
I'm sorry. Why is that something you have to do? I write down. It's my board. You have no control. All you did was you erased a 15 and wrote episode number 16 on it. That was all. That's all your thing is on the board. No, we're not. This is episode 16. I checked before. So at the at the end of the month,
we have a lot of episodes.
Yeah, we do. 16 episodes. I think we're getting up there. If we could get a little bit more consistent.
And I hope we don't. And we're getting close to 20.
Yes, we are. We should have like a big celebration for 20 because at this rate, you might be 8 years old.
We should have big party for like 90 when we get to 90 of our podcast.
If we can get up to
or a party for 100.
If we get to 100 podcasts,
or 109.
Okay.
Or 116. 120.
Well, if you want to have a party at some point, you need to stop. So I can tell you. What we get to now, I would have had a party for you at 20, but now we're not doing anything until we get to 120. Apparently, we'll have a big Link into the Past podcast start. I can't talk. Party, and it'll be fun. If we could do 100
of 112 of Link into the Past podcast.
Yeah, we'll do a live recording in front of a live audience. How about that?
Yeah. And we could get all the people to listen to our podcast here.
We'll invite them all to our house.
And then how many people will listen to our podcast?
Tens of people listen to our podcast, Lincoln.
How many?
Tens of people.
How How many?
It's a good number.
How many?
I don't know how many. I think in our last one, where I think we had 30 people viewed it, or 30 views. I'm willing to bet of the
Grammy definitely listens.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet out of the 30 something views, Grammy has probably 28 of them, and the rest one was me, maybe one was somebody else. Well, no,
Renee listens to them. Do Uncle Renee listen to us?
I would hope so. I think everyone in our family listens to us. This is mostly a Thomason family podcast because we haven't really grown out of that demographic quite yet.
Yeah.
We're getting there, though, right?
Quite a while to finish our air hockey table.
Yeah.
Now we get out of the building.
What's wrong with the air hockey table?
I love it.
Oh, yeah, I love it too, except for you.
I love playing air hockey.
I don't like it because you win.
Yeah, I always beat you. Every game I beat you.
Not every game. Most games.
I beat you. And most games you always lose because I'm always better and I'm faster.
Yes, because there's no reason for me to accidentally let you win.
Because I just go blazing fast hits.
Maybe this is the time where I need to win a whole bunch of games just so you can.
Yeah, and I win a bunch of games.
Well, speaking of games, we're doing a race at the end of this month, the Spartan race. I'm doing the 12-mile one. You're doing the half-mile one. How's your training been going for that, bud?
We're going, and I haven't been training very much.
You haven't been training, Lincoln. This is a half-mile. You're 5 years old. That's like.
How far can I run?
Well, hopefully you can do a half a mile.
How far can I run usually?
I don't know. We never really timed you running. When we went on our bike ride yesterday, you did 2.6 miles that I recorded on my app.
And I could have did a whole entire ride if my chain didn't fall off.
Yeah, your chain's been falling off. I think it's just too loose. I gotta figure out how to tighten that.
Yeah. And guess what? How to tighten it? It just rose in a bowl.
Yes, since you know everything about how to fix everything.
I'll load up the tire closer because blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
You're funny. I'm the one that was goofing. I'm not the one that has chains that falls off their bike. And then you have to stand there and, well, I fixed it for you. So, yeah.
And also, Daddy has a flat tire on his bike.
My bike, I need to get a new tire. I think the tube on the inside I think I ran over one of those spiky things that we.
Like the ones that I got stuck in my hand. Oh, and don't mad me. Don't talk about that.
Okay, yeah, Lincoln had it. It was a very traumatic experience for him.
Don't you even say one word about that.
Well, now that you said that, I should probably tell them the story. Lincoln was riding his bike.
No.
Okay, it's to keep Lincoln from freaking out. I won't tell this story. Except that he fell off his bike and he landed on a spiky thing. And then I had to take him home and I pulled it out. That was it.
Pick them up because you could have it on my blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah, because you had like 20 of them stuck in your hand or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was.
And I'm never going to say one more word about that.
Okay, well, that's the last time we will talk about that traumatic experience.
Too many people about it. You told our neighbors about it.
I didn't tell anyone about it.
You told our neighbor dad about it.
No, I didn't. The new neighbors?
Our friend neighbors.
Yeah, I didn't tell them anything about that.
Yes, you did. I heard you.
I think they saw it because you were running down the whole sidewalk screaming.
No, they didn't move there. Yeah.
Well, okay, well.
They are new neighbors.
Yes.
Old neighbors had a dog.
Yes.
They don't have a dog. Blah.
Yes. So what else?
Anything about this? I think I know everything about this, and you know nothing.
You know everything about everything? Nope. Didn't think so. Mr. Smarty Pants. So let's see.
Football's on.
Why can't you wait until football's on?
Because then I can see the Packers beat the Steelers.
The Packers play the Steelers on December 22nd.
And the Packers will beat the Steelers.
It's going to be an early Christmas present. And when the Steelers win, I get to.
The Packers will beat them until 102-0.
And when the Steelers win, you can have.
The Packers will beat the Steelers because the Steelers are the worst team, and the Packers have a better sacker than Swimming alone and blah blah blah. His name is Clay Matthew. Blah 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 blah.
If the Packers beat the Steelers, I will take away all your Christmas presents because they will only be Christmas in like 2 or 3 days. So, there you go. You can either root for the Packers and lose all your Christmas presents.
I'm taking all your Steelers stuff. Except none of the Steelers. All your Steelers stuff is going in the garbage.
How about we make a bet right now that if
Steelers win, I will throw away all your Steelers stuff.
No, that is a little bit extreme. How about if the Steelers win, you have to cheer for my team for the rest of the year. And if the Packers win, I'll cheer for the Packers for the rest of the year.
And if the Steelers win, Mommy's gonna get you a Steelers jersey and a Packers jersey and all these things that are Packers, and you get one thing of a Steelers.
And so that's what happens if you win. I have to wear Packers stuff all the rest of the year.
Yep.
All right, and if I win, then you have to wear Steelers stuff.
I hope the Packers win.
Is this a bet? Do you accept my wager that we are doing?
Nope.
No? Okay.
I'm not accepting your wager until I get to play that green game with you.
You want what green games? Oh. Thinking that's
all your awesome, cool games that you don't want me to play.
well, I have a giant stack of board games that have been sent to me, and the one on top is called Black Friday. It's a game about the stock market and economics, and I'm not quite sure that is something a 5-year-old will really be able to understand.
And you told me it's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's about the stock market and economics. It's hard for most adults.
Okay.
But not for you. You fully understand economics and stock market?
Actually, I don't care about that game, but I just want to play all your scary games there, under there.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
You're cool.
Yeah.
My favorite one is all of them. I like the one on the top of them, and the one with the one with the ghost on it, the blue one, and I like the one that and the one on the bottom, and the green one.
Well.
And I like the one with the dragon.
Well, the games he's talking about are.
And all the other ones on the bottom.
Anything else you want to say before you interrupt me? Or is that just kind of how it's going right now?
That's how you going right now.
The games Lincoln's talking about is Dungeon Command. It's a Dungeons and Dragons game. I'm going to have a board night in a couple weeks, and I'm going to have a bunch of watch, play, read people over, and we'll record that on video, and everyone can kind of watch us play those games.
And I'm going to play one if I can.
We'll see, little buddy. We will see. Well, it's been 20 minutes. I think we probably hit our top of the threshold.
Can I play on a Nintendo after this?
No. Because you're supposed to be in bed right now.
I'm not tired.
I know, because you snuck out of bed and you said, I'm not tired. I understood you.
And I I took a nap earlier. I don't care. I am.
Okay, your eyes are barely awake, and you're just grasping at straws on trying to stay way past your bedtime. You know what? I think we'll call it good. Maybe we'll play a little bit of Nintendo. And you guys have a great week. We will try. Are we going to try, Lincoln, to do another podcast soon?
How about tomorrow?
We'll do another one tomorrow. We'll just stack up a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. How about one every day?
One every day. If I get a bunch of if I get a bunch of messages and people saying they want a new podcast every single day, I think we can make that happen. So if you guys want to listen to us every single day, Lincoln and I can try and do like a 10 or 15-minute one. I don't know. But that's it for this episode, number 16, because Lincoln wrote that on the whiteboard. And I hope he's right.
And Daddy thought it was 15, but we did 15 already.
Yes, Lincoln is the smart person of this podcast. I just work here. So, everyone have a great week. We will talk to you soon. Thanks for listening, everyone. Do you have anything to say?
Thanks for listening to Lincoln the Past podcast.
You're awesome.
You're awesome. You're awesome.